Did you know that the English language, in all its rich and diverse glory, is actually a blend of influences from around the world? This universal language has a history as fascinating as the tales it tells, a story that begins over 9 centuries ago. The year is 1066. William the Conqueror invades England from Normandy, bringing with him a version of the French language that was to have a profound effect on the English of the time. This Norman French, as historians call it, introduced a vast vocabulary into English, particularly in the realms of law, government, and the arts. Fast forward to the mid-12th century, a time of linguistic transition. The Norman rulers and the English populace begin to merge their languages. The outcome of this fusion is Middle English, a language that, while still somewhat foreign to modern ears, begins to show the familiar patterns and structures of our contemporary tongue. The 14th century witnesses the flowering of Middle English under the influence of writers such as Geoffrey Chaucer. His Canterbury Tales stands as a testament to the vibrancy and versatility of the language during this period. But the English language is not destined to remain static. The 15th century sees the advent of the Great Vowel Shift, a major change in pronunciation that moves English closer to its modern form. As we move into the 16th century, the Renaissance brings a renewed interest in the classical languages of Greek and Latin. English absorbs a wealth of new words, borrowed or coined from these ancient tongues. This period also sees the emergence of early modern English, the language of Shakespeare, and a language that is largely intelligible to the modern reader. The 17th century marks the beginning of English's global journey, as British colonial expansion spreads the language to the Americas, Africa, and Asia. In these new settings, English absorbs a plethora of local words, enriching its vocabulary yet further. The 18th century brings the first attempts to standardize English spelling and grammar, with the publication of the first dictionaries. Meanwhile, the Industrial Revolution of the 19th century adds a host of technical and scientific terms to the language. In the 20th century, the rise of the United States as a global power ensures that English maintains its global reach. The digital age of the 21st century sees English adapting once again, this time to the demands of technology and the internet. To summarize, the history of English is a tale of constant change and adaptation, from its beginnings in 1066 with the Norman Conquest, through the evolution of Middle and early modern English, to its global spread and ongoing evolution in the digital age. English carries the traces of its rich and varied past in every word we speak and write. As we move forward, who knows what the future holds for this fascinating language? One thing is certain, English will continue to evolve as it always has, shaped by the people who speak it and the world in which they live.